Hi, welcome to a INFJ Ramble. I was going to say I'm going to make a quick video on the subject matter why we want things that we can't have. I don't know, for me, it's just really important to delve into things like this so that we can understand it, so that we can understand the root cause of these things so that we can overcome them and push through them so that we can remove more veils that prevent us from accessing our soul. you know I don't know, for me it's all about the soul. It's all about returning to the source. um Anyways, yeah, why do we want the things that we can't have? Isn't that a strange concept? Isn't that weird? I think many of us have, I want to say, experienced this in some way, shape, or form throughout our lives. You know, I did a little bit of research on it, and it seems that wanting what we don't have comes from a place of lack mentality. You know, like we are fixated, our attention is fixated on things that we want, but we don't have, you know? Um, I want to say, I don't know, there's so many angles to it. Um, One of the reasons I feel people want what they can't have, could be a motivating factor for them to strive towards putting in like necessary efforts to get the thing that they want so that they can experience it, so that they can, you know, fulfill their curiosity, and eventually they'll probably get tired of it. I mean, that's how it is, right? If you don't get tired of it, it eventually deteriorates irregardless, because we are living in a transitory space where nothing stays the same. The only constant thing is change, right? Um, Another, I guess, idea that comes to mind when exploring this topic of wanting something you can't have, maybe that thing just isn't meant for you, and when it's not meant for you, a lot of people who don't realize that initially will still continue the chase, and they will still continue to try to force things into place. And I think it's a process where you try and you try and you try and you try until you're exhausted. And then you realize, like, okay, this is a fruitless endeavor. It is taking up too much time. It's tiresome, and I'm just going to let go. So it's a way to teach someone to let go, to radically accept that sometimes things aren't meant to be, you know, even though in your mind you maybe convince yourself that that's what you wanted, but in my previous video, I say the things that are meant for you will not pass you by. And it's an effortless process, You don't really have to try too hard. If something is meant for you, it will come to you effortlessly. So yeah, there's a lot of lessons, I guess, that comes with wanting what you can't have. But initially, the root cause of that is you have formed an idea in your mind and attached emotionals, emotionals, emotional energies to that idea. And you basically convince yourself that you want a particular thing that is probably not meant for you. And like I said, it comes from a place of lack, because if you realize that you have everything you need right here, right now, inside of you, then you wouldn't be so fixated on trying to I want to say acquire anything. You wouldn't be so fixated on attaching yourself to anything. You wouldn't be so fixated on trying to control the situation either, you know? So, yeah, the root cause of wanting what you can't have is a state of lack, not being present, not acknowledging that you have everything that you need in every moment, you know? Also, I think, I don't know, you get sent like signals, like your brain receives signals to, like, I don't know. Hmm. I'm kind of like stuck on that. But yeah, wanting things that you can't have. Um, it's an idea, it's a mental construct, it's an unfulfilled desire, you know? But if you recognize these things, then you can detach from all of those things and just let it go and let it be, you know? Anyways, I don't know if I am making sense in this video. Also, oh my goodness, my throat. Um, Another really interesting thing, and I'm rolling into a completely different topic, is if you look around you, everything, everything around you has been conceived by a thought. What do I mean by that? This hat that I'm wearing, before it came into physical reality, it was an idea or a thought. Like somebody had a thought in their head to create this hat, and now it is here. Same with this ring, same with me. And I don't know, it's really weird, but um, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Paramahansa Yogananda. If you haven't read his material, I highly recommend. He has writings on, like, before you were born, you, you, you chose. You chose the location, the time, your parents, your family, the conditions, the environment before you even were born. And like I said, that kind of correlates to how everything in physical existence started off as a thought. Some people don't subscribe to that. They're like, I didn't choose this life, I didn't choose this body, I didn't choose my circumstances. And then in the back of my mind, I'm just like, yeah, you did. Because everything is first a thought, and then it manifests into physical reality. Everything from an airplane to a car, anything that you see or experience in this third dimensional realm was conceived from a thought, you know? Yeah, so with that said, that gives you, like, I want to say, invaluable information so that when you move forward in life, you can realize that your thoughts, what you choose to think of, will actualize in this reality, you know? Sometimes, like, and that kind of like correlates with manifestation, like, I know some people, they're like, they think about things that they want to actualize and like into the material realm, and it takes them a really long time for it to come. Sometimes it doesn't come at all, and then they kind of like wonder why that is. It's like because you have a lot of locks and blocks in your system. You're probably still locked in your lower chakras, and so the energy isn't flowing, and so your ability to create and manifest is kind of like stuck, and so it will eventually manifest, but it will take much, 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 much longer, versus somebody who is clear, like clear and open and flowing, energetically. Uh, yeah. It's so funny. I make jokes with people, people who are not satisfied or happy with their current life circumstance, and I'm just, like, I've met people who are really not happy with the conditions or family that they were born into, and I'm just like, well, next time around, choose differently. And then some people get it, and some people don't. Like, I know I've thought about this a lot, but I know precisely why I chose my mother and my circumstances and this body. I know. I've thought about it. And it makes complete sense to me why I chose these things. The question is, have you contemplated why you chose your body and why you chose your living conditions and circumstances and your parents? Yeah, very interesting things to think about. We always have a choice, guys. Nobody is holding you hostage and forcing you to choose. It may seem that way under certain conditions, but I don't know, you always have a choice. And there's freedom and power in knowing that. Anyways, you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day, and I hope you are well. Thank you for stopping by, and blessings to one and all. Amen.